Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys detailed information about all things from, different walks of life and pop culture, geography, sometimes sports, math. Why do I keep saying math in these intros? I have never done anything math related on this channel and I never will because I hate math so much. Go freaking screw yourself, the guy who created mathematics. Anyway, today's video is going to be actually a remake of one that I've done quite a long time ago. I'm kind of hopping on the Hollywood bandwagon lately, remaking old videos that I think sucked the first time around, so I'm going to be trying to do them again, okay? And the first time, it's not that it came out badly, I just thought I was a little too close to the camera, and the editing was a little wonky. I just wasn't too big a fan of it, so I'm going to be trying again today, okay? I'm going to be talking about something that's actually really interesting, but at the same time kind of frightening because of the way it came about, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable now because I'm wearing a hoodie and it's not really cold. Actually, it's kind of hot as hell, but no, I gotta make the remake true to form, I gotta wear the clothes that I was the first time. So anyway, oh my god, freaking sweating. Today I'm going to be talking about the Darvaza gas crater, okay? And this is a natural gas field that's actually caved into a cavern, in Darvaza in Turkmenistan. I hate saying that word so much, and the thing is that this is kind of like a very rare natural anomaly, it's really truly a phenomenon because nobody understands how the hell it came about, but you see, here's the thing, guys. Way back in 1971, right, Soviet geologists decided to, intentionally set fire to this crater there in the hopes that it would prevent the spread of methane gas, and they estimated that it would burn away for just a couple of weeks and then vanish completely, just like these goddamn motorcycle assholes outside. However, it has been continuously burning ever since, that's right, man. It's in the present continuous. It's just still burning after all these years. It's been over 50 years at this point, and that thing is still burning, man. It is freaking crazy how this works. Science sometimes really fascinates me to no end because it doesn't make any sense. This thing literally defies every law of physics that we have ever come to know about in our existence, because it just keeps burning. And there are estimates that it's going to keep burning. There is no feasible there is no feasible end in sight. There has been no hypothesis presented to suggest that it is going to stop burning. If you go there today, you can see that it is still burning. And of course, because people are the way they are, it has become a tourist attraction. It is one of the most dangerous places on the planet that is continually burning and shooting out toxic gases into the atmosphere, and people are going there. They are camping out near it because people are stupid. For some reason, it has become very popular for wild desert camping, and I do not know why. Because honestly, man, I think that humanity is going to be... We always talk about doomsday events and aliens coming to annihilate the planet, but honestly, if humans ever go extinct, man, it's going to be because of our own collective stupidity, We keep seeing these dangerous-ass places, man, and going there just because we want to, because it feels like it's going to be a nice family vacation, I don't get how that works at all. But I'm going to give you guys a few more bits of info here about the actual crater itself, Now, it has been given a few really, really cutesy nicknames like the Door to Hell, or of course the Gates of Hell, that's just really awesome, it's very fitting in my opinion because if you guys see the photos of it, which I will show you in a little bit, it does look like a literal portal to hell, it's really freaking scary. But I'm going to give a few more tidbits of info regarding the actual geology of it here now. So here's the thing, guys. Now officially right now, the gas crater has an area of 5,350 meters squared, okay, so that is a very large surface area there. It's like 1 1/3 acres, okay? And it has a diameter of 226 feet, okay, which comes out to 69 meters for those of you who prefer that unit of measurement there. And it has a depth of 98 feet or 30 meters, right? So pretty damn deep. However, there are hot spots or in and around it that actually have different ranges of areas, So some of the hot spots actually, they range over about more or less 200 feet, or 60 meters, right? So pretty similar to the actual diameter of the crater itself, And also also, these hotspots can reach a depth of 66 feet or 20 meters, right? So there are certain areas within the crater that are actually a little bit hotter than other areas, you know, and they can actually sink a little bit lower. And if you go near it, you can see from far away that the flames are still there. They are burning. You're gonna see smoke going up into the air, you know, and it's really frightening from afar, but even more so from close up. Okay, close up, man, this is really freaking crazy. And if you guys have never seen this, well, here's your chance. Let's take a look at some photos of the Darvaza gas crater. That is hard to look at. That is hard to look at, man. Imagine actually being there close to it, because I mean, yeah, it's not like, you know, Chernobyl, elephant's foot levels of radiation, but it is still pretty dangerous, man. You know, I advise you guys not to go near it ever, but I know that there's some of my subscribers who are a little bit out there and they like to go to places like this, you know, so just be careful, okay? Bring back some photos, make a video on your channel, you know, showing it, but I never will, not even for the views. I'm not Mr. Beast, you know, I'm not that crazy. I'm surprised Mr. Beast hasn't gone to this gas crater yet, you know, but so here's the thing, guys. Back in the early 70s, right, when it was discovered by the Soviets, you know, it was actually thought to be an oil field, you know, so they actually thought that there were going to be traces of oil there, so they started to set up, you know, oil rigs and mining operations, you know, so they actually wanted to assess the quantity of available oil there at the site. However, things went wrong very quickly because the ground literally opened up under them and swallowed their oil rigs. There were no casualties, nobody died, but it actually was brought down beneath the ground, you know, and this was actually around the time that they discovered a natural gas emitting from it, you know, and they were afraid that this was going to pollute the environment and actually create dangers for people who were living around the area, you know. They thought that, you know, the poisonous gases would eventually leak out and go from the cavern to the nearby towns, and that's what actually made them come to the conclusion that burning the gas off would be the best possible solution, you know, which I actually thought was really scary, you know, because I mean, burning a gas is it can backfire very quickly, man. It's a natural gas. It can explode or, you know, expand tenfold, you know. So they decided to try to burn the gas off, and like I said before, they thought it was going to go on for just a few weeks, maybe a month or two, and unfortunately it just kept burning and burning and burning, and it's still going today. So fun fact, I'm actually going to read directly from the source here because it's actually hard to memorize this one here. This was actually back in 2014. There was an explorer named George Koryunis who became the first person to actually set foot at the bottom, gathering samples of this thing called extremophile microorganisms, you know, which I guess is a very big deal in volcanology, you know, and that kind of thing, but I wouldn't risk going there at all. There's really no reason, you know. And you guys might recognize it because there was an edited photograph of the crater that was actually used to promote the 2014 movie Godzilla, you know, and of course it was heavily photoshopped. It wasn't really, they made it in a way that just didn't really look too realistic. It was the Monarch agents investigating the site and whatnot, you know, but still very cool. And there were a few other things as well. Like, people have, the public imagination has made it out to be this mysterious and almost otherworldly thing, you know, associated with the gates of hell. But it really is nothing more than just a natural anomaly, you know. It's something that actually makes a lot of sense from a geographical standpoint, especially what we're seeing here. It is and I quote, a superficial gas pocket which allowed the ground to sink into a natural depression, you know, allowing the slowly escaping natural gas from a large, deeper natural gas field to, my God, both accumulate and burn without being extinguished by the wind or rapidly dilute, you know. And there are a few other cool things here, you know. But anyway, the thing is that it is a completely naturally occurring thing, despite being very, it's not normal. It looks very out of the ordinary, you know, but there are a few theories as to what actually happened back in the day, you know, because apparently local geologists say that the collapse into the crater happened in the 1960s, but the gas started to be burned out, you know, they start setting fire to them in the 1980s, but it is widely accepted that this was in 1971. It is documented, and, you know, there's really no arguing with it, you know. And also, look at this right here. Satellite images captured by Landsat 1 in 1972 show that there was very little change in the area since then, you know. So the crater and the fire were already ongoing from, you know, a year or so back when the whole oil rig collapse happened, you know. So I think it's pretty damn awesome. I'm going to be talking about now the future that it can have on the development of the effects that it can have on the future development of gas in general, you know. But before that, let's take a look at something else here, you know, a little break here between the segments here. Maybe more photos or a clip or something if I can find it. Maybe something from National Geographic or something, I don't know.
Located in Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, the Darvaza crater is a massive man-made sinkhole that has been leaking burning methane gas for decades. It has been said it was intentionally set alight by Soviet authorities, hoping it would burn off in a matter of weeks, but no one knows for sure.
Okay, hopefully I was able to insert something cool there for you guys. So back in April of 2010, the Turkmenistan, if I mispronounce this country's name, I'm sorry, I don't care, it's just hard, okay? The president of that country, whose name I refuse to even try to say in this video, I'm gonna put it here on screen right now, okay? This is it, this is the guy's name, okay? I'm not gonna try to say this. If you guys wanna pause the video and try to do it yourself, go ahead, be my guest. I'm not gonna try to, go away now, okay? So anyway, he announced that, or rather, he recommended that measures be taken to limit the crater's influence on the development of other natural gases in the area, and he went on to announce plans to increase the production of the natural gas within the crater itself, you know, intending to increase the export of gas to other countries like Pakistan, China, India, and Iran, Russia, and Western Europe, you know, because everybody in the world is obsessed with gas and oil, you know. And there was this estimate that the yearly production level would eventually hit 7.9 trillion cubic feet, okay, or 225 billion cubic meters, you know. This was estimated that it would happen by 2030, and so far it's not the case at all, you know. And he actually declared recently, January of this year, that, you know, there was a method to extinguish the fire that needs to be found so that the effects on the environment, you know, and public health can be curbed. There was actually a commission taken in around the same time to try to find a solution to either, you know, extinguish the gas altogether or find a way for the crater to continue to burn without having negative impacts on the nearby environment, you know. So far as I know, here in my research, it doesn't seem like there was anything that was found, you know, because it's really hard for you to come up with a solution for this kind of thing, man. Again, it is a naturally occurring anomaly, and it's really tough to control. Nature is hard to control, and let's just be reminded that back in the 70s, it was the Soviet geologists who made this thing happen in the first place, you know. So it's really hard for you to get a grasp, really, you know, on how this can be reversed, because we're talking about over 5 decades of the gas still burning, man. There are estimates that it could stop burning, you know, maybe in another 50 years or so, but at the very current moment, double redundancy there, man. At the current moment, there really doesn't seem to be any solution at all, other than just, you know, people staying the hell away from it. Maybe they can try to seal it off like they did with the elephant's foot in Chernobyl, but I don't really think it's gonna help too much, you know. Maybe sealing that thing in a certain way is going to turn it into like a time bomb, where eventually the gas is going to overload and just burst, you know, into the atmosphere, you know. I don't think it's a good idea, but I still think it's really fascinating to talk about, you know, showing you guys these photos and videos. It actually, looking at the little cheat sheet here, there are a few tidbits of info that I don't know, I actually think I covered it pretty damn thoroughly, except for just one other thing. There are 2 other sinkholes nearby that are called the water crater, very dramatic, and the mud crater, also very dramatic, you know. And there are also tourist attractions there in the area. I literally just wanted to milk the article here as much as I could, you know. And that's it, guys. Just as short as the first time. There really isn't much else I can say except for maybe stay the hell away from this thing, okay? This is not a tourist attraction. It's a very dangerous thing, okay? Don't go there, all right? And if you guys happen to enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel, because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, might as well hit the notification bell as well to know exactly what time I upload. And that's it, guys. That is it for the Darvaza gas crater. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the non-toxic alcohol, what outro screen?